Hello, guys. What's up, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville, of course. Just a brief introduction. 10alytics are a company, an edutech company that are in the business of helping people, especially Africans, settle properly and get a standard, well-paying job abroad. So that's indoctrination, that's mindset that we have. That we must always start from the scratch. We must always do care jobs. We must always do warehouse jobs and all those menial jobs that make our backs ache at night. 10alytics is rewriting the script, and they're teaching us faster and smarter ways to settle in these countries that we have chosen to come to: the US, UK, Canada, and beyond. Guys, you see these my hands? I do not like soiling them with anything that does not align with a good reputation. So when I began talking to 10alytics, I wanted to be very sure of their credibility before I bring them to my guys, because my integrity and the trust that you guys have in me is paramount to every other thing. So I did my research. I saw that they're a registered company in Canada, and I also with their pedigree. I asked them an important question in our last live session. I told them that aside this thing you're telling me, I want to see Koro people or somebody who have participated in this your program and is successful, because seeing is believing. Today they have said, Neze, say no more. We are going to get you somebody, and that is who we have here today. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce Oye Fikayo. Just call her Fikayo, who is an alumni, if I can call her that, from the 10alytics group. And Adiza here does not need any more introduction. Let me just reintroduce him. He is the founder of 10alytics. So we're going to be having a brief chat with them. But before we proceed, know that if you cannot stay till the end of this video, I'm going to leave a link to their WhatsApp group. You can join them for free and ask any further questions that need asking. So let us proceed with this chit chat. Fikayo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Nez. How is your day going?
So far so good. Where are you? I don't even know where you are. But once I saw that white door, I know that this is not Badagry. This is not Ijabo. This is not Stella Ijesha. I am familiar with that white door.
This is not Surulere. It's not Surulere.
Once I see that white door, I said, no. This person has crossed the Atlantic Ocean. So there, where are you?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada. So what province?
New Brunswick.
Oh, I'm in Alberta.
Oh, wow. That's good.
When did you move to Canada?
2018.
Oh, nice. You're my senior. I should call you Senior Fikayo.
Senior Fiki. Yeah, that's good. Accepted.
So just us, Fikayo, how did you meet 10alytics? Who introduced you to them? How did you even get the mind to join them? Tell me about your journey with 10alytics.
Answer to that question is kind of funny, because unlike every other person, because I've heard stories of people and they joined because they got referred. Mine is just a very funny thing. I was on the streets of Instagram browsing through. At that point in my life, I was just trying to find my feet and making a decision. I just stumbled on Adiza's adverts. I don't know if you guys have seen where he said, come. Don't scroll. Come back here. I just like, who is this person controlling? Is this not my phone? Yeah, what do you have to say? I just yeah, I was like,
controlling that.
Yeah, 10alytics, data analyst, BI, or fraudster. Get out, go. I'm not doing a beg,
I tell you.
Then I saw, the way Instagram does. Then it brought him back again on my field. I was like, okay, let me listen to what this guy has to say. Then I realized there was YouTube link. I was like, okay, if you're a fraudster, you have that confidence to go and
to go on YouTube.
So I just left Instagram. I went to YouTube. Different stories of people, like not just videos where people show their faces. I was like, okay, these people have integrity, right? We won't just put up your face for something fraudulent. So I was like, okay, I listened to their stories. Then they said there is a free information session. I said, okay, let me give it a try. I joined, and that was it for me.
And the
So
rest
how
is
I got
history.
into tech, let me just into. I've been in. I've been a finance person like all my life.
I was just about asking if your background is in tech.
Finance all my life. I did studied banking and finance. I had my ACCA in 2015. I got my CPA in 2017. So I've been an accountant. Like I've been in the finance world like all my life.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Do you guys prefer this layout? Let me know down in the comment section. We just wanted to rearrange ourselves. So let's continue with our gist with Fikayo.
Okay. So I was at that point in my life, I was just trying to decide like I cannot continue my life like this. No offense to all everybody in finance, but I was just like, I think I'm done. Easter of 2024, I was just speaking with a friend. She lives in the US. We are just talking, and we've been friends since ACCA days, right? So we are just talking, and the next thing she told me was that, "Are you still in finance?" I said, "Yes, now. Where else will I be?" He said, "Because you're a long thing." I was like, "So where should I be?" She said, "She left finance since 3 years ago. She's now a data analyst." I'm like, "Data analyst? Well, who are they? What do they do?"
What do they do?
You understand? That's how she told me, Africa, oh, don't worry. Let me send you a link. I was like, I don't like jumping into things. Let me go and try. Can I do like a self-study? Let me see. So that if it's something I want to go into, then I jump into it. So she was like, yeah. So she gave me like YouTube links and all those things. So I checked it. I was on ENROLment and all those things. Yeah, so that was how I started my own journey. So after that, I was just like, yes, I can do these things on my own, but I needed that professional touch. You understand? I wanted that professional touch. I needed that guidance. I needed somebody to hold me by the hand and tell me, like, let us go. From my crawling stage to my practicing to work, all those kind of things. I just needed that support. My friend was ready to give me the support, but of course, she's a busy person and everything.
Everybody's busy here.
You understand? And YouTube was not giving me that personalized. So that person, I couldn't ask questions. I had questions. YouTube, of course, cannot answer all those my questions. So that was when I stumbled on that advert. So I was like, okay. So when I joined you, I checked them on YouTube, WhatsApp, then I joined that information session. I was like, okay. Then I showed my husband. I was like, come and see you. I don't know if they are scammer. Hey. I was like, okay. How much do they want to charge me? I told myself, are you ready to take that risk? I will. If they scam me, that is it.
Count it as your loss.
God knows I was trying to make my life better, right?
Yeah.
And so I just paid. Let me try. But before I try, I will do that second level authentication. The WhatsApp number they added there, I chatted that person. Who are you? She was like, who is this? Who are you? I was like, okay, at least it's making sense. I was like, send me something from your page that shows that you are really 10alytics. The person sent me that message and I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. And I tried. The first class I joined, I was like, yes.
I didn't make a mistake.
Yes. Like it was clear that I am in the right place from the first class because the instructor, like the first guy that took us, was great. And one thing about analytics is while you're having the lectures, you can ask questions 1 million times. They will respond to you 1,000,000 times. When you say mentors, they are not instructors, they are mentors. They gave me what I needed. I needed somebody to hold me by the hand. And they did that to me. And another thing they do for you in 10alytics is they give you that boldness, that support. I joined in July. And by end of August, they're telling us to go and apply for jobs. I'm like, are you kidding me? Don't let them embarrass me at interviews. So, no, you can do it. You can do this. Okay. I said, oh yeah, now. Maybe they will not beat us.
That's what I need to find out. You understand? If it's boldness, don't worry. I can be bold. I want you to tell me the impact that 10alytics had on you getting a job. How did they help you to get a job? Go.
So starting point, they gave that confidence to apply, even though my program was still in progress, right?
Yes.
It was still in progress. So I applied. in one of the information sessions, they gave us like sample resumes. So I picked one of those sample resumes. I twisted it. I did this, cleaned it up. And
so they taught you how to make your resume.
Yes, you have a lot of sessions for everything. How to make your resume, how to attend interviews. We have mock interviews. Like the whole session will be about the instructor will be like your interviewer and you will be attending questions, interview questions, like serious something, or everybody's like that. Then you do projects, real life something. It's not a baby's joke. It's not a joke, but a very serious thing. You have projects. There are some projects you do as a team to encourage that collaboration with your team, work with people. Then there are some that you do on your own that you submit. They have deadlines, follow or back to back. There is a lady called Afokpe. If you see that girl, give her a hug for me. She's the best. Afokpe will stand here on your throats.
Until you learn.
Until you learn, you must submit, you must know. Good. And if at any point I tell them, I'm sorry, I do not understand, that's why, then you will see one strange number chatting you. My name is somebody from 10alytics. I heard you're having a problem with this. Can we talk about it?
So it's not like it's just one person. It's not like it's it's a team of people.
A team of people. You will just see somebody chatting you from nowhere. Be like, who is this? My name is somebody from at the last class. You explained that you didn't understand this thing. Can we take it up personal? Can we? I'm like, Jesus Christ, who is this? The person will set up time with you. That's offline, apart from the normal lectures and everything. And you must know it. So that was how, let me go back to my interview. So I applied to 3 roles, and next thing, 1 week, I saw invitation. I went back to Precious. Precious was one of my instructors. Like, Precious, read this thing again. Are these people serious? What will I tell them? People was really excited. You can do it. Do what?
Wait. So, I'm sorry to stop you there. I need to understand this. Now, I know that 10alytics has plenty of courses, right? A variety of courses. Which of their courses did you take? Which roles did you apply for? And which interview did you get?
Okay.
Then which job are you doing now?
Okay.
Do they relate?
Okay. So I wanted to do data analysis. But when I went for that initial information session, I realized I would be better as a data scientist. So I changed my mind. So I went for data science. And what was the next question? What course? I did data science.
The job roles you applied for, is it in this same data science?
Okay, so part of the confidence they will give to you, they will tell you, you can not only function as a data scientist, you can function as a data analyst, business intelligence analyst. So that's how they pushed me. I would say they pushed me. So the 3 roles I applied for, one of them was as a data analyst, one was as a business intelligence analyst, and one was as something like logistics,
something like that.
Something analyst as well. Yes.
Okay. All related.
Yes, those were the 3 I applied to. I was like, these people will not push me into what I don't want to do. Let me try these 3. And the disgrace I get from it, I will use it to develop myself for the future.
For more.
Because I was just like 85% sure I was going to be disgraced at those interviews, because I'm like, what do I know? Is this
what do I know?
Class? So I applied for those 3 roles, and when I got the interview invite, I was like, huh? I just called Precious. In short, I forwarded the whatever to Precious. Like, Precious, see what you have pushed me to. She was like, Fikayo, you can do it. Then we started the preparations, Fikayo, interview prep. They will ask you questions. We're doing it. We did it for like 3 times before my interview date.
Excuse me, are you trying to say now that after guiding you to secure the interview, they would still guide you and prep you to partake in the interview? Yes. Multiple times,
yes.
Wow.
So we did the first interview. It was like, no, I don't like your intro. I don't like this. He corrected me. Go and read up on the company. We'll come back again. 2 days after, we had another one. So it was like, okay, yes, you're improved. 90%. You're this. It was just grading me and was like, okay, yes, I think you're okay. On the day of the interview, 30 minutes to interview. Precious sent me that. I hope you are ready. I was like, what if they ask me this question? So come back online. Let's quickly talk about it. And I tell you, that was what saved me. And that was what gave me this job.
So you got the
Because
job from this interview that just came just
yes,
a few weeks after you started the program. That's the
yes,
job
I
you're working
started
now.
in July. I applied for the role in August. I did it first interview last week in August, second interview first week in September. I resumed first week in October.
Wow.
That's wonderful. So what's your role in this
I'm
your
a
place of work?
business intelligence analyst.
That sounds like you're second to the FBI. Intelligence. That is wonderful. Wow. A success story. That is wonderful. And you're working from home.
Yes.
That's like a dream job. I believe you're a mom. You have kids, right?
I have 3 boys.
Oh my God. So do I. So that's like a dream job, working at home, having and it's a good paying job, right? It's not like
good paying, great, not good.
Great. Wow.
Compared to finance, you can't compare.
That's good. That's good.
Funniest, a few weeks ago, I was still telling my husband, like, one of the best decisions I ever made in my life was moving to tech and joining 10alytics. Like, sincerely, and it's the truth. It is the truth.
Wow.
That is it. Because if I knew, sincerely, maybe I wouldn't have even known.
You would have not even gone through. Yeah.
A long time ago, sincerely, because one, that rush, if you've been in finance before, finance, like, we are always on the run.
On the run. There's no peace there.
One invoice, something will be.
There's no peace of mind there.
But here, there's peace of mind. Like, nobody's rushing you. I can tell them, please, the dashboard you want me to, it will take me 3 weeks. Satisfaction was what brought me into tech. And sincerely, I have it. Peace of mind, 100%, I have it.
This is such a success story. Personally, I'm very moved. Look at you living the Canadian dream. Yeah, that's so good. So life sometimes just takes you taking a risk and, taking that step. Many people do not realize that they need to harvest, to cultivate. Yeah. People believe that they should just cultivate, but you have to put in something. You have to sacrifice something. Yeah. Either time, money, energy, whatever it is, you have to put in. You have to till the soil to get from the soil. So I'm happy that you trusted your instincts and you had the support of your partner and you took the chance and it worked pretty well for you. It's not your fault that you had your initial doubts. Yeah, from our background. Mm-hmm. We are already susceptible to these kinds of suspicions because you know how it can be back home. But it's good you did your due diligence, as I always encourage my people to do your due diligence, do your research, check the track records. Now you're in Canada, you're not a criminal, you're not a thief. You understand? It's easy for you to just pick someone from the roadside in Ajangbadi and say, come and tell me something. But looking at you as a distant person residing in Canada with your family, it's very clear that these your testimonies are exactly how it happened. So I'm very glad to hear that. Adiza, do you have anything to add at this point? Can we leave Fikayo to proceed with her day, or do you have any other questions you want to ask her?
Yeah, before Fikayo leaves, I think she mentioned something that was very instructive, which is you don't need to wait. So people ask us this question all the time. How do people get jobs before they even complete the program? Oh, Fikayo got a job, a few months into the program. Yeah. This person said she got a job a month before she completed. How do they do it? And it's very simple. Now, usually what you find across different organizations, you see different requirements. Some organizations for that same business intelligence analyst role, they would want you to have maybe Excel and Power BI only. Okay, you'll see some other organizations that would say Excel, SQL, Power BI. All right. So what we encourage people to do is the moment you learned 2 technologies, start applying to jobs. Look for those jobs that require the skills that you have. You'll find them. They are there. Okay. So when you find those jobs, apply to those jobs. You have the interview. Don't be scared that, oh, I'm just in 1.5 months. I'm just in 2 months. How can I start applying to jobs? I'm going to be competing with people that have been doing this for years. That's the reason why we are there. We prepare you for those interviews. We show you how to represent yourself in the best way possible. And just like Fikayo, you get that success story at the end of the day. So that's one thing that I think was very instructive in what Fikayo said that needs to be improved. So thanks for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Fikayo, for joining us today. We appreciate your time and all your insights. I wish you all the very best as you sojourn through your career and climb up that corporate ladder. I'm going to see you at the top.
Yeah, thank you
See
so
you
much.
at the top, okay, on Forbes. You know?
All right.
All right, girl. Do have a nice day. Let's conclude with Adiza.
Bye.
Thank you very much for coming.
You said you have a presentation for us, Adiza?
Yes, just a presentation, the next 20 minutes or less, I should be done with it. Yeah, the main reason I want to do this presentation is simply to show people exactly what Fikayo did, all right? To show them that it's a strategy that has been replicated across thousands and thousands of people. So how do you do the same? For somebody who wants to be like Fikayo, who wants to get started, how can you get started, all right? So I'll show you this. And for those who have questions, who want to join the community, for those who would also want to get started, register for one of the programs, I'll just walk you through very quickly. So I'm sharing my screen. Nez, if you can just bring that up. Okay, I can go ahead, right?
Yes.
The first thing you always want to do is to learn. So you have to identify the skills, the career path you want to move into. And that was the first thing Fikayo did. So you look for an in-demand career path. She was in finance and she was in Canada, but she was tired of that job and she needed to transition to a new job. Now, what's the next best thing to do? The next career path that would easily land with that job. And I'm not just going to get into another area where I would struggle and so on and so forth. So she came into one of our free sessions. And one of the things we do in selecting one of these 8 career paths is to do multiple analysis, multiple research across multiple regions. We look at a broad scale of where the world is going in terms of the future of work. We use the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs reports. Okay, we look at that. We look at regional analysis. So in Canada, across all the provinces, the provincial nominee programs, which career paths are emphasized, where if you get a job in those areas, you have an accelerated pathway to landing provincial nominations and so on and so forth. So there are so many programs like that. The Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, the Saskatchewan Tech Talent Pathway, the BC Tech Pilots, and so on and so forth. Across all these analyses, and even for those in the UK, looking at the eligible occupations under the skilled worker visa, and even with the recent changes in the UK where currently there's a white paper proposing that the skill level for skilled worker visa should be a minimum of RQF level 6. Now, what this simply means is the category of jobs that can be done. It has a skill level and complexity level that can be done by people who have BScs or BAs, Bachelors in Arts. All right. So all these career paths fall under this skill level. So the immigration changes happening in the UK would not affect anybody who is a data analyst, a data scientist, a data engineer, because these are highly skilled career paths. Okay, so we look at all these analyses and ensure that we are offering programs that would land you that job. They are in demand, and if you have the skills, you stand out in the job market. And there are 8 of them you want to focus on: data analytics, data science. This was what Fikayo did. Data engineering, business analysis, cybersecurity, financial analytics, agile project management, and HR analytics. So once you've identified one of these career paths, the next thing is to focus. All right, focus on that one. Eliminate all the other alternatives, because it's very easy to get distracted. Today you are doing data analytics, your friend is doing data science, you want to shift to what your friend is doing. So you focus, you stay dedicated, and you learn that skill. Once you've learned, the next step is to what? To package. And packaging is simply all about presenting and positioning yourself as the best candidate for that job. So now you have the technical skills, What we then do for you is helping you land the job, having the right CV. Fikayo had a CV review, a CV revamp. In fact, at the time Fikayo joined in 2024, we didn't used to do CVs for people. We show you how to do it, and you go back and do it yourself, which was what Fikayo did. But now we do the CVs for you. The first time we review your CV, we revamp the CV, and then we show you how to tailor the CV going forward. So when you apply to multiple jobs, you don't take one CV and apply to 100 jobs. You take one CV and apply to one job, and you tailor subsequent CVs to different other job roles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Then we help you optimize your LinkedIn profile. You build a portfolio. We show you how to build a portfolio. Your portfolio is that environment where all the projects you work on, you update them and upload them into that portfolio to show that you've done the job before, you can do the job, and it gives any employer that confidence that you've done it before and you can do it for them. Then the mentorship sessions. Every week, Fikayo talked about this a lot. And one of the things you hear from anybody who's gone through 10alytics is the confidence to apply to jobs. The confidence to apply to jobs. A lot of people hold back until they have 100% of the requirement, but you don't need to have 100% of the requirement. Most of the time, you find organizations that require the level of skills you have at that particular point in time. So we encourage you to go ahead and apply. And for those who get rejections and they get, discouraged to continue applying, we let you know that the best of us also get, unfortunately, emails. So when you get that email, you still have to push on. We show you what to do. We refine the strategy to ensure that you get positive outcomes. So mentorship sessions every single Thursday, every week, we have those sessions where we handhold you. Myself, the co-founder, we bring in other industry experts. We bring in other alumni like Fikayo, other people who have gone through the program, and you can ask them questions and they can hold your hands essentially. Then you have the interview prep. And I dare say this is one of the most important parts of your journey, knowing what to say during interviews, preempting the questions that are likely going to be asked. So we hold mock interviews, and it doesn't matter how many interviews you get. One particular application can give you at least 3 levels or 4 levels, depending on the organization, all through the journey from first level to second level until you eventually get a result. We work with you all through that journey, prepare you to know that you go into the room and you say the right things and you get that job. Then when you get a job offer, you'll be asked to provide a reference. So we provide job references for you. And finally, when you get into that role, you get on the job and you find a project that's a bit more difficult than you anticipated. Perhaps you've not worked on that type of problem before. We work with you. We don't do the job for you. All right. And we also take note of data privacy within organizations, but we let you know the type of questions to ask, how to approach certain type of problems. And we work with you until you're able to have a solid footing on that job. So that's about the employability skills. So apart from the technical skills where you would learn, you gain employability skills under this particular part of the program. Then it comes to the application time. Okay. And this is where, you have the right CV, you have the right LinkedIn. The next step is to apply to jobs. So you don't just apply. A 10alytics alumnus will not just take one CV and apply to multiple jobs. You know how to tailor CVs. We show you how to do that. You never use one CV and apply to multiple jobs. 10 applications per day on the average. Okay, Fikayo got 3. She did 3 at a time, and she got interviews, and one of them landed her a job. For some people, they're not that lucky. They'll have to apply to multiple more jobs. But as long as you have quality applications, the results, the interviews would come. We prepare you, and you eventually land that job. And we send you links to jobs. So we don't leave you to go figure it out yourself. Yes, we show you platforms to apply. So you apply to a broad range of jobs, but we also pay to job boards. We scrape jobs from those job boards. And these are jobs that are not available to the public, right? Visa sponsored jobs in the UK, sponsorship jobs in Canada, and so on. And we send them to you. And I'll show you what the platform looks like. So we send them to you. We vetted the jobs. You know that these are jobs that you can get, and you go ahead, you apply, and that's what lands you the job. All the beautiful things Fikayo said, she went through all these different stages, step by step, until she was able to land that job. And that's Fikayo. If you go to our YouTube page, you'd find her somewhere on our YouTube page. She's created a video. She's talked about her journey. She joined the full stack data science program. Now she's a business intelligence analyst. Okay, she joined us in July, and by October, she had started that job as a business intelligence analyst. Every single thing I mentioned, from tailoring her CV to joining the mentorship sessions to knowing where and how to apply, and having somebody to guide her through and encourage her until she was able to land the job eventually. And that's what you need to focus on. All right. And that's how we help you not just learn the skill, but walk you through the journey to landing the job. A typical program would last for 6 months. Okay. So since January 2025, we extended the program. So Fikayo joined when the program was 3 months learning, 1 month internship. But currently we have 6 months learning, 2 months internship. And the reason why we've done this is to give people who are mothers, who have children, they really don't have all the time. They're also working 9 to 5, but they want to be in class. So you have more time, more flexibility to join your classes and so on. So you have a flexible program for 6 months. You are in class every Saturday, and 2 months internship where you get to work on real world projects. Fikayo talked about group projects where you collaborate to simulate the real world work experience for you. You do your learning with 10alytics, and your internship is with our sister company, Amdari. Amdari is also registered in Canada, registered in the UK, operating out of London. So you have the opportunity to have both 10alytics and Amdari on your CV. And your classes hold on Saturdays, the live classes, where you have the opportunities to interact with your facilitator, your trainer, every Saturdays. If you're in the UK, Europe, similar time zones, you're in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. If you're in Canada, North America, you're in the US, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you're in Alberta, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're somewhere in Ontario, that'll be roughly around 12 noon to 3 p.m. and so on and so forth. Now, for those in the UK, for those in Nigeria, those in Ghana, if you're not available in the morning, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. your time, you have the luxury of joining those in the US or Canada later in the evening your time, which would fall around 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you have that flexibility. If you're not available in the morning, you look at your schedule. I'm available in the evening. You can join 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every other day, you log into the LMS, the Learning Management System, and that's where you get to learn, watch your videos at your own convenience. Okay, so before I go into what it takes for you to get started with 10alytics, I'll just show you around the platform very quickly in the next 2 minutes so you see what it looks like and all the things Fikayo talked about. You also get to experience them. So one of the first things is you join a classroom. So this is your classroom where you have your live classes. Okay, and one of the first things you'd see is the extra resources. So you'd see where to upload your CV. So you upload your CV here, we work on the CV for you, and we send them back to you. And then we also show you how to tailor your CV. This was a session, I took this session myself. And if you missed the live session, the recording is always there. You can always go back. You can always watch and see exactly what happened. Okay, so just to show you what it looks like essentially. So that's me taking a session, walking you through how to get a real job description, take it into your CV and start to tailor that CV. So we show you how to do this using different tools and different technologies. So you know exactly what to do. All right. So once you've known how to do this, how to create your portfolio and so on and so forth. And of course, the job offers, like I talked about, Every single week we send you jobs. Just go to your classroom, go to job offers, and you'd see where you have jobs that we post to you. And these are not jobs you find everywhere. All right. So you'd see jobs for the UK, jobs that come with sponsorship, jobs in Canada, jobs in the US, jobs in Nigeria, and so on. And these are jobs that we have vetted. And we know that if you apply to these jobs, you will get the results. All right. So just to show some of the things that I talked about, and let me show you what a live class looks like, essentially. So every live class comes with a case study, a project. Okay, so if you go to your live class, this is a Tableau live class, for example. You go to the class material, you'd see your different materials, and you'd also get to see the case study. So the case study is simulated based on real world problems. This is a problem that existed for a real company. All right. So you solve the same problem. You see the introduction, what the case study is all about, the problem statements, and so on and so forth, the rationale for solving this problem, and what your eventual outcome would look like. And together with your facilitator, you'd solve this problem in class. Okay. So if you go to the class recording, if you miss this class for any reason, the recording is there for you. You can always go back, watch it a million times, ask questions a million times, like Fikayo mentioned. So you go to the class, you watch what happened, and you really don't miss anything at the end of the day. All right. So this is a live class where your facilitator is showing you exactly what to do, how to solve a problem, and you're working together to solve that problem together, essentially. And the beauty about the live class, unlike YouTube, unlike other platforms that are 100% self-paced, you have the opportunity to raise your hand and ask a question, and you get real-time feedback. Okay, so that's what a typical live class looks like. All right. Now, you also have the self-paced platform, which is the 10alytics learning management system. So every single learner, every single participant, you'd have your own dashboard. All right. And in your dashboard, you have an interview coming up. All you have to do is come here and schedule your interview appointment. You click on that, you fill all the details, select the program you've registered for. If it's full stack data science, just like Fikayo, the link to the job you've applied to, the stage of the interview. If it's a first level interview, you select that as well. Select the date you want to be prepared for that interview, 22nd, and then eventually you upload the CV you used to apply and you book an interview prep. And somebody will join a call with you multiple times to prepare you for that interview. And this is where you can watch your videos if you're in the full stack data science program, or you are in the HR analytics, the data engineering. You'd see the program you've registered for. You click on continue learning, and you can watch your videos any day, anytime, anywhere at your own.
Look at this.
All right. And you're being taught by the best of the best in the industry. So Fikayo, for example, this is a machine learning class, and you're taught by Efemena, the co-founder of 10alytics, who's worked across multiple industries, got sponsorships across multiple organizations, and so on. So you're taught by the best of the best in the industry. And you want to learn Tableau, you want to learn joins and SQL. All you have to do is come in here, click on what you want to learn, inner join, for example, and you watch the videos, you work on the project, and this is how you learn at your own convenience. Okay. So this is how you learn. It's a blended learning approach. You have the live classes, you have the self-paced classes as well. And of course, your mentorship sessions, just like Fikayo talked about, every single Thursdays, you have mentorship. Today, this Thursday, we'll be discussing how to search and apply to jobs for those in Canada and in the US. All right. Last week, we had LinkedIn optimization. The week before, we had a key strategy or key strategies to applying to visa-sponsored jobs. Okay. This was a session also taken by Efemena, the co-founder of 10alytics. all right? And this is how you learn your mentorship sessions. And we show you categorically, step by step, practically what to do. And like I mentioned, if you miss it for anything, the links to watch the video is there for you. So you don't miss anything at the end of the day. Everybody is in a WhatsApp group. You have questions after the class, you just type it into the group. Your facilitator is there. Somebody is there. You have a class coordinator. Fikayo talked about a lady at Fokwe. Fokwe is the class coordinator for data science. So you have any problem, Fokwe would solve that problem for you. All right. So when you see somebody reaching out to say, hey, you had a problem in class, can we set up a call to help you solve that problem? Just know that is Fokwe at work. Okay. So this is what your LinkedIn, you have your Upwork optimization and so on and so forth. All right. Now, the question is, what does it take to get into a 10alytics program? We have a new cohort starting on the 7th of June, 2025, in the next couple of weeks. For those who want to start, who are ready to get started, we have an amazing discount for anybody coming from Nez's community. So Nezeville, you have a discount if you're coming from Nez community. Instead of paying $900 for the 8 months program, you get to pay just $750, 20% off, and you make payments in monthly installments. So you don't have to pay everything at once. Like Fikayo mentioned, she was skeptical at the beginning. Or do I give all these people all my money? Or, okay, is there something I can risk to get started? All right, so this is you getting started, $150 for the 5 months. So you'd see pounds there, but that's meant to be dollars. Okay, so that's $150 for the next 5 months, and that's what gets you into the program. So you make the first installment, you get started, and as you go through the program, you complete the subsequent payments. So how do you start? And remember, the discount is for the first 20 people. Now, Fikayo mentioned something that was very instructive, which is you might have questions. Do I go for data engineering? Do I go for data analytics? Fikayo wanted to do data analytics, but she joined the clarity session. That's what we call it. And based on that, she decided to go for data science. And she was playing smart. And I'll tell you why she did that. All right. Now, data science, the reason why Fikayo went for data science, as a data scientist, you can do the job of a data analyst. Okay, but a data analyst cannot do the job of the data scientist. Now, what that means is data science is a bit more complex than data analytics. So for those who are not comfortable with statistics, with learning Python programming, for example, data science will not be the pathway for you to go. So these are the type of things we show you during the clarity session if you have questions on the program to join and so on. But Fikayo was confident that she could learn all those skills. She did. And today she's a business intelligence analyst. And the question is, data science, business intelligence, are they related? Absolutely. And that's one of the mistakes people make. Because they've learned data science, they assume that the only type of job they can get is as a data scientist. But no, you can get a job as a machine learning engineer. You can get a job as a data analyst, business intelligence analyst, sales analyst, database administrator, and so on and so forth. And these are the things we show you how to apply when it's time for you to start applying to jobs. Okay, so any of these 8 programs, the program you'd love to join, all you have to do, click on the link. The link is going to be in the description. All you have to do is click on this link. It takes you to the Enrollment Center. And from the Enrollment Center, you can select the program you'd like to join. Okay, I'll just walk you through that in the next 5 minutes. So you want to join Agile Project Management, for example, or business analysis, or cybersecurity, or like Fikayo, you want to join the full stack data science program. All you have to do is click on that. It takes you to the Enrollment Center, and you get to see the amount. Okay, so we currently have 16 slots available for the full stack data science program. So for those interested in getting started for the June cohort, this is the best time to start. So I can make payments in multiple currencies. United States dollars, you get to see $150 for 5 months. All right. If you want to pay in Canadian dollars, you can also do that. CAD. You can choose Canadian dollars and you get to see 220 Canadian dollars per month for the next 5 months. If you select the 5 monthly installment plan. Now, if you select to pay a one-time payment, you get further discounts. So if you pay 5 months, for 5 months, you pay 1,100 Canadian, for example, but you get additional $85 discount if you make a one-time payment. Okay. And all you have to do is select the installment plan and you go ahead, secure your seats, enter all the details, your email, your phone number, your card details, and you make payments. And once you make payments, and I think I'll just show you how to do that very quickly. So once, say I want to make 5 installments, for example, I click on secure your seats, proceed. You'd see where to enter your name, your email, your phone number, and so on. Confirm if your email is correct. Looks good. Okay. Enter your card details and all of that. And once you are done and you confirm payment, you get an automated confirmation into your email. All right. It would also come with a link for you to complete your registration. Okay. So that's how you get started. And for those who have questions, just join the community. The link will be posted. Join the WhatsApp community. Ask all the questions you have before you go ahead and decide on the program you'd love to join. But if you're convinced, I want to go for cybersecurity, I want to go for data engineering, you can lock in the discounts, ensure you get started, register immediately so that you don't miss out on the discount. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. I think I've pretty much answered all the questions. And I also wanted to show something. For those who would love to listen to Fikayo, of course, you heard her, all the things she had to say. And one of the places she also came to before she decided to register was our YouTube, Job Success Stories. So there are tons and tons, about 150 videos for you to watch. This is Fikayo right here. Okay, so when she got the job, to encourage other people, she also created and talked about her journey and how she was able to move from finance to business intelligence. So, and there's so many other people. You can also get inspired by one of them. So I think I'll just give it a pause at the moment. If you have any questions for me, Nez, I don't know if you have any questions.
Well said. Very interesting. I myself was carried away by your presentation. Yeah, very interesting. So I think you pretty much answered everything. And we also have a live session coming up, right? Where we can interact more directly with my audience in the event that any one of them still has further questions. Yeah, so we're going to set up a live session. So you can come online and give us live answers. I think we have what we have. So guys, you've heard it. In fact, when I heard you say an 8-month program for that amount, I was kind of bewildered, honestly, because from my experience, I've never seen any program lasting 8 months for that cost. So yes, you guys do your research. I requested to get a real person because I too wanted to be sure of what I'm bringing to you guys. So we had Fikayo come here and she has told us her own story and experience with 10alytics. You can go to their YouTube channel, do further research, be confident and comfortable in before you embark. And I wish you all the very best. I'm going to leave the links to access the course immediately if you are convinced that this is what I'm looking for. I want to dive right in. I don't want to miss out on the discount. I don't want to miss out on the next batch coming up on, you say, 7th of June?
7th of June, yes.
Correct. So you can join in immediately and register, or if you want to join the community and get more information, I'm going to leave a link to that as well. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much, Adiza, for your time with us and for bringing us this wonderful offer and package. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in our live session.
Thank you very much, Nez. It's always a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
So guys, yes, thank you so much for joining me. It's me, your girl, Barista Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys later. Bye.